Good morning, YouTube family or Facebook family. If anybody actually watches my videos, I don't even know anymore. Looking at the world of YouTube and Facebook, it looks like we're bombarded and fed with all sorts of information nonstop. It's bizarre, but hopefully you're all doing well, and I greet you in the name of peace, in the name of God. I still believe in Him after all. In the name of true love. Thank you so much for watching. This video is actually about what happens when we have to make choices, important choices in life. I'm 32 now, and I'm turning I have to do that later. Turning 33 years old in a few weeks, maybe in a few months. And realizing that one of the questions I ask myself is, why didn't anybody tell me? You ever ask yourself that question? Someone should have told me. Whenever you're about to make important choices or something you keep failing at in life, maybe you're buying a new car, moving to a new city, getting a new job, or finding someone to marry. Every important choice that everybody goes through as a young adult. you know and I have spent many days and weeks, in fact, maybe months, if not years, saying, kind of complaining at myself and at life and God in general, saying, someone should have told me that it was going to be like this if I would have. That kind of it's called suppositional thinking, suppositional. And I'm just learning right now, after all that, in fact, there isn't that much advice we can receive before we're about to make an important decision. Because if you really sit down and think for a moment, and you listen to your thoughts, and remember, in fact, you probably had two or three people come to you and say what you should have done or what you could have done. And you had probably some people come and try to advise you to do the opposite of what you did, but you didn't listen to them for whatever reason. So I'm actually just learning that, sorry, I'm actually learning that in life, words are just words, and when it comes down to business, you're going to do what you want to do. No matter what you're choosing, no matter what that choice is, life or death, good, right or wrong, good or evil. You could have heard all the speeches, you could have read all the books and been given all the information. And that might influence you a little bit, but when you're about to make your choice, you're going to make the choice that you feel is right or wrong. If it's wrong, you probably won't do it for you. So I think I just want to record this message to share with my friends and families and people who are watching that let's try to be grateful about making mistakes. That's actually the purpose of this video. Let's be grateful for making the choice that was not perfect. Because in the end, no one is really going to hold your hand after you're about 12 or 13 years old, once you enter high school pretty much, and you start taking public transportation, or you might have to get a taxi once in a while. Once you're about 13 or 14 years old and you're entering high school and then college afterward, nobody's really going to babysit you and hold your hand through every problem you encounter. Whether you have to fight, defend yourself, is really nobody's going to do that for you. And please never say, God is going to protect me. Never use that language, because he or she or it will never come down and just send you some crazy support unless you're some kind of miraculous prophet that had to live to tell the tale, of which there are very few. Just listening to myself, I really enjoy speaking. I can tell I really enjoy speaking. Wow. I do have a lot of eloquence. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Again, if you're out there like me, going through a phase in life where you wish you would have known, you wish somebody would have told you, try not to cling on to that. Um, yeah, try to be grateful for making the poor decisions, literally. Be happy with your imperfect choices, because only you will live to tell your tale. And after days, weeks, months, and years pass, you'll have somebody that you'll be speaking with, and you'll be advising somebody, and maybe, just maybe, 5 or 10% chances that the person you give advice to from your personal story, they'll say, aha, George, Isaac, whatever your name will be, friend, brother, you're right, I'll do what you say. But in fact, most people, they'll hear you, and with the other ear, they're thinking, I'm just gonna do what I want to do. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully my message got across. Should I conclude it with one more time? I'm gonna say one more time just to wrap it around your mind. Do not be concerned about whether or not people told you right from wrong or what you should have done. Don't complain about not having received the perfect advice before you made your choice. Be grateful for your choice, because in fact nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to give you all the details you need before you make your life choices. Thank you so much for listening. Wish you a very good day.